Welcome to this video presentation here at Wimbledon Carriage Company, and here we have the Lexus RX450h on a 72 plate. As you can see, I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. From the outside, you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. We're going to start off inside the boot area of the vehicle first of all. The tailgate on this car will open electronically. You can either do that from the key just here or from the tailgate itself. As we then approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera. Loads of boot space as well, which can be increased by folding down either or both of those split folding rear seats as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in. And as I mentioned, we'll run through some of the controls on the inside of it from there. Now that we've done a full circle, though, you can see firstly the alloy wheels are all in pristine condition, as is the bodywork the whole way around the vehicle. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials first of all. Over on the far left-hand side, we have the coolant temperature gauge. Next gauge along will show you how much of the battery power you're using for the hybrid motor. Over on the right-hand side, we have the speedometer, and on the far right-hand side, the fuel gauge for the car. In the centre, you can see the total miles. They are only 2,795, so very low mileage for the car's age. Above that, we have the main trip computer. You'll see that it's an automatic. We're in park at the moment. The information displayed directly above that can be changed using buttons on the steering wheel for various different menu types, all of which are done using these buttons just here. Below that, we have lane departure warning system, forward collision warning system, our cruise control. On the left-hand side, our stereo and phone controls. And behind the steering wheel, the minus and plus paddles so that you can change up and down a gear manually with this automatic gearbox. Over into the centre next, we have, as you can see, satellite navigation. Really nice, clear colour display. Very easy to use. It's all touchscreen, so you can search a location there, for example. You don't have to use the touchscreen, though. You can, as you can see, make movement in another way, and that is using this pad just here. It's got haptic feedback. It's a lot like using a trackpad on a laptop in that you can swipe to various different things. You can push down to enter any given menu. And then we have, as you can see, a menu button just here. And you can also go directly into your map from there as well. But when swiping across to audio, for example, you've then got your options down the side just here. For your source. So when it comes to music, we have AM, FM and DAB radio. We have a CD player, USB input, Bluetooth audio. Miracast will enable you to have certain Toyota-friendly apps displayed up on this screen. And again, you can navigate your way around very easily using the trackpad that I showed you just a moment ago. You can pair up your phone. There are certain Lexus-friendly apps, as I mentioned, that can be displayed within the car, should you wish to. And then you have various info and setup menus. You've even got a climate control menu, although we do have physical controls for that below, which I'm going to come to in a moment. And I did mention the parking camera. So you can see there a full colour reversing camera with guidelines showing you what direction the car is headed in relation to the image that's being shown up on the screen as well. Working our way down from that, we have the main volume for the stereo just here. We have our CD player, and then below that, dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the driver and the passenger temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed from on here. When you're happy with those settings, you can turn your air conditioning on and off, or just hit auto. The car will then take full control of the fan speed and the direction of the air to maintain the temperatures that you've asked for. You can override that whenever you wish to. Just turn that back off again from there. Underneath that, we have a 12-volt charging socket, 2 USB inputs. Move the gear lever out of the way. Electronic handbrake with an auto hold function. We have driver heated seat with 3 different heat settings, and the same for the passenger side. But we've also got cooled seats as well. So if you've not tried these before, obviously particularly for the summer months, they are fantastic and work really well to cool you down inside the car. We've also got wireless phone charging all the way back there as well, and then the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox. Last thing I wanted to mention is the panoramic glass roof. So first of all, there is a sun blind that you can open all the way to the back of those rear seats. You can then leave it like that if you wish to, and as you can see, it lets in a lot of extra light to the cabin area, or this front section will open as a tilting and sliding sunroof as well. The very last thing I wanted to mention is the heads-up display. So you can see just there, we have a digital readout for the speedometer. It will show you what gear you're in. You've got the direction the vehicle is facing in relation to the satellite navigation as well. And that information will change depending on, for example, things like what gear you are in, as you just saw me change gear to drive there. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the paperwork we have for the car. So you can see the V5 registration document just there. In this envelope is the spare key for the vehicle, so 2 keys in total as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, or you'd like a live bespoke video tour of the car, please feel free to give us a call here at Wimbledon Carriage Company. We'd love to hear from you soon.